my God, I'm screaming. I am literally shaking right now, and I can't even deal with what just happened on my screen. I am typing this so fast, my fingers are actually cramping, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to wake up my roommates, but I do not care because General Hospital just gave us the most unhinged, wild, absolutely iconic episode of the entire decade. Okay, but listen, you need to drop whatever you are doing right now and pay attention to me because my brain is short-circuiting. I was literally just sitting here, eating my dinner, minding my own business, thinking we were going to get a normal, sad funeral episode for Marco Rios, and then, bam, everything exploded. I am dead. I am actually deceased. Wait, let me back up because I am so all over the place right now. Okay, so remember how Jason Morgan got arrested by the WSB? He was taking the fall for shooting Ross Cullum on Pier 55. Which is insane, by the way, because we all know Jason didn't shoot Cullum. Rocco Falconeri shot Cullum in the back to save Jason and Britt Westbourne. Teenager Rocco! And Jason, being the absolute sacrificial lamb that he always is, just stepped up and took the blame so Rocco wouldn't go to federal prison. I've been crying about this for weeks. I honestly thought Jason was going to be locked away in some dark WSB black site forever. Carly was losing her mind, Danny was heartbroken, and I was literally drafting an angry letter to the writers. But wait, before that happened actually, I need to talk about Cullum. The audacity of this man. Cullum woke up in the hospital, right? And Cullum is a lot of things. He's evil, he's dirty, he's literally holding Brits Huntington's meds hostage, but he is not stupid. Cullum was looking right at Jason when he got shot in the back. In the back. Jason was standing in front of him, so obviously Cullum knows Jason didn't pull the trigger. Cullum knows there was someone else on that pier. And instead of just letting Jason rot in jail, Cullum does the most manipulative 4D chess villain move ever. He orders the WSB to release Jason. I literally choked on my drink when I realized what Cullum was doing. He didn't drop the charges out of the goodness of his heart. Are you kidding me? Cullum wants revenge on the person who actually shot him. He knows Jason is protecting someone, and he figures the only way to flush the real shooter out is to let Jason go back to Port Charles and watch his every move. Cullum is using Jason as bait. He is setting a trap. I'm yelling at my screen at this point because Jason is walking right into it and Rocco is walking around town with a bandaged hand looking guilty as sin. I forgot to mention earlier, but Dante is already so suspicious of Rocco's hand. He's pressing Lulu, Lulu is freaking out, Cassius is trying to manage the cover-up, and it's just a ticking time bomb. But anyway, back to the main event. So Jason is free. He's out of WSB custody. And where does he go? Does he go to Carly's house to tell her he's alive? Does he go to Danny? No. He goes straight to the church. Okay, let's set the scene. It's Marco Rios' funeral. It is so sad. Lucas Jones is there, absolutely devastated, crying his eyes out because the love of his life was brutally stabbed to death in Alexis Davis's office. Jen Sidwell is there, grieving his son, but also completely consumed by rage. Sidwell has convinced himself that Sonny Corinthos put a hit on Marco. He has declared all-out war on Sonny. Sonny actually showed up to the funeral with Rick Lansing, which, bold move! Sonny honestly trying to pay his respects and push for peace. Sonny is standing there in his nice suit, trying to be reasonable, telling Sidwell he had nothing to do with it, and Sidwell is just spitting venom at him. I don't believe for a second that you're sorry. The tension is so thick you could cut it with a knife, and then... Oh my God! The church doors fly open. I am literally holding my breath. I can't breathe. Jason Morgan walks in. My jaw dropped. I had to pause and text my friend immediately because I thought I was hallucinating. Jason is supposed to be in a maximum security WSB prison, and here he is, striding down the aisle of the church like an absolute boss. The entire congregation freezes. Carly looks like she's going to pass out. Sonny looks shocked but relieved. Sidwell looks like he wants to murder someone with his bare hands. Jason doesn't even hesitate. He walks right up to the front, looks Sidwell dead in the eye, and drops the biggest truth bomb in the history of Port Charles. He points the finger straight at the real killer. Jason tells Sidwell, in front of Sonny, in front of Lucas, in front of God and everybody, that Sonny didn't kill Marco. Ross Cullum killed Marco. I am screaming! Jason just outed the WSB director at a funeral. He explained how Cullum was the one who ambushed Marco in the law office because Marco stole Britt's medication from the Windermere safe. Jason laid it all out. The motive, the opportunity, the sheer ruthlessness of Cullum. He told Sidwell that his war with Sonny is based on a lie, and the man who actually slaughtered his son is walking free. At this point, I am standing up in my living room. I am ready for Sidwell to turn his wrath on Cullum. I am ready for Lucas to realize he accidentally saved the life of his boyfriend's killer in the OR. I am ready for justice. But no, why would he do that? Sidwell, I swear, he needs to get it together. Sidwell looks at Jason, looks at Sonny, and he actually laughs. A cold, bitter, unhinged laugh. He refuses to believe it. He looks Jason in the eye and says, "You're Sonny's enforcer. You're his lapdog. You would say anything to protect him." I'm done. I am so done. Are you serious right now? Sidwell is so blinded by his hatred for Sonny that he can't see the truth staring him right in the face. Jason Morgan does not lie about things like this. Jason Morgan does not interrupt a funeral just to spin a web of deceit. But Sidwell is convinced that Jason's sudden release from WSB custody and his convenient story about Cullum is all just a massive mob cover-up orchestrated by Sonny. Sidwell thinks Jason is lying to save Sonny's skin. Which is insane, by the way, because if Sidwell just stopped for 2 seconds and looked at the facts, he would see that Cullum has been shady from day one. Cullum is the one running the illegal cold fusion project. Cullum is the one threatening Britt. Cullum is the one who was on the pier. But Sidwell won't listen. He doubles down. He tells Sonny and Jason that they are both dead men walking. I'm calling it now. This is going to end badly. Mark my words, Sidwell is going to unleash hell on the Corinthos family, and Cullum is just going to sit back and watch them destroy each other while he hunts down Rocco. Wait, did I already say that? Whatever. Anyway, I am just so stressed out about Rocco. Because think about it. Cullum let Jason go. Cullum is probably having Jason followed right now. If Jason goes anywhere near Rocco, or if Britt slips up, Cullum is going to figure out that Dante's teenage son is the one who put a bullet in his back, and Cullum will not hesitate to kill a kid. He already killed Marco without blinking. And don't even get me started on Lucas. Poor, sweet Lucas. He was standing right there at the funeral when Jason said Cullum's name. You could see the exact moment his heart shattered all over again. Because Lucas is the one who operated on Cullum. Lucas saved Cullum's life in Trauma 1. If Jason is telling the truth, and we know he is, Lucas literally brought his boyfriend's murderer back from the brink of death. The psychological damage that is going to inflict on Lucas is unimaginable. I am so mad at the writers for doing this to him, but also it is such brilliant, soapy drama and I am eating it up. Okay, where was I? Right, so Jason is back. Carly is probably going to tackle him the second they get out of that church. But Carly has her own massive problems right now because Jack Brennan just found out she's been hiding Valentine Cassadine in her attic and sleeping with him. So Carly is fighting a war on 2 fronts. She's got Brennan threatening her over Valentine, and now she's got Sidwell gunning for Jason and Sonny. I honestly don't know how Jason is going to fix this. He's a free man, but he's basically walking around with a target on his back. Cullum is using him, Sidwell wants to kill him, Dante is suspicious of him, and he still has to protect Rocco. Jason is carrying the weight of the entire town on his shoulders right now. I was like, are you serious when the episode ended right on Sidwell's face, glaring at Jason and Sonny? The audacity. Not okay. I can't breathe. I have to wait until tomorrow to see what happens next, and I honestly don't think I'm going to survive. This show is going to put me in an early grave, I swear. I need to go lie down. Or maybe rewatch the scene where Jason kicks the church doors open. Yeah, I'm definitely going to rewatch it. It was so dramatic. I love this show so much, but it makes me completely unhinged.